Prairie Star Botanicals, and I'm here to talk to you about the wonders of the winter season. Here at Prairie Star, we're very attuned to the seasons, and so I even get excited about winter. But there is a particular thing that I want to talk to you about that has to do with the winter season, and it's a formula that we have that's called Vital Energy. And it's a formula that we use as part of our Winter Cleanse program. And it has a number of adaptogens as part of the formula. Adaptogens are herbs that herbalists use to deal with stress, and that takes place in many different forms. Most of us have some amount of stress in our everyday lives, and it may come from work, it may come from pressures that we put upon ourselves, and it may also come from stresses that happen through our environment, where we're exposed to high radiation or noise, or a number of different things can cause these stress type symptoms. So it's really easy for us to get out of balance. And the beauty of this particular formula is that it's designed to help bring those things back into balance. And it becomes a really important part, especially during our winter cleanse, as part of our self-care program. While we tend to focus on our local prairie plants and bioregional herbs, one of the adaptogens that is a particular favorite of mine is one called rhodiola. Rhodiola does not grow in our local environment. We get it from a grower in Alaska. So the characteristics of rhodiola: it grows at high altitudes, it grows in subarctic temperatures, and it's able to withstand the radiation that comes from growing at such a high altitude and thin air. Rhodiola is also a plant that was well researched by the Russians. It had a lot of use in the cosmonaut program and with Russian athletes because it improved their performance. So what we use rhodiola for is to enhance the mental and physical performance, and to protect the heart, the nervous system, and to normalize the overall body function. And we've also found that there's evidence that it enhances the immune system. So it becomes something that's really useful to us in our everyday life, and so it is one of the things that we include in this formula. So for me as an herbalist, I think about how it smells and tastes first. Those are the first things that kind of come to me as I first take a formula, or any herbs in particular. And the first thing that I will notice is the flavor of this particular formula. And it has a very pleasant flavor, but it's complex. And there are a number of different herbs in it that kind of contribute to the overall taste of this. But there are a few in particular. One of them is rhodiola. Rhodiola has a fruity, pleasant, but very astringent kind of taste. And then we have the Chinese herb schizandra, which has a very complex blend of salty and bitter and sweet, and very interesting combination of flavors that is really unmistakable. The other things that, as an herbalist, are experienced through this formula are there's an emotional component for me that I'd like to share, in that it makes me almost feel very aware of my senses and kind of hyper aware. I can also feel this in my physical body, which is very kind of uplifting and energizing, which is something that you can see would be super helpful when you're dealing with stressors that cause things such as anxiety, fatigue, insomnia, and other kinds of stressful reactions to our environment. So my one word to describe this formula is resilience. So we all know that the best way to deal with stress is to become more resilient, and that's the beauty of this formula. It allows us to, not for us to have the stress go away, but for us to become more resilient in how we react to it. So if you want to learn more about the formula and about our cleanse programs, there are several ways that you can go about this. You can come to our website and sign up for our newsletter. You can follow us on social media. You'll find us both on Facebook and Instagram. And you can also call us and get personalized information if you have a very specific question. But we welcome you to our community and hope that we see you soon.